All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Draw 1 of the 2023 Curlers Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic. We're here in beautiful Calgary, Alberta. Little chilly morning. I think it was around 2-3 degrees this morning. I'm Tyler Powell, and I'm joined with my friend here, Logan Miron, best buddy, and we're excited to commentate this game this morning. Team Englot versus Team Galusha on Sheet 5 here at the Calgary Curling Club. Awesome. So we have lead stones here. And we have Michelle Englot throwing the lead stones. She is the skip, but she is throwing lead stones for her team. Okay, and we have lead rock thrower here, Carrie Galusha for Team Galusha. Looks like they're playing just a routine hit and stick here. And nice shot right on the nose. Yeah, absolutely. In practice, we were noticing that the ice was running a little bit straighter. I think it was most teams were taking about 3 feet of curl for their draw to the button, 2-3 feet of curl. So it'll be interesting to see how that is throughout the game. It looks like the teams are taking, decent amount of ice though for their control weight hits here. So. Yeah, and Team Englot does only have 3 players here, so looks like they're short-handed this morning. Yeah, so we have a triple knockout format, and we have 24 teams in this event this weekend, and we have teams from all around the world. So just looking out on the ice right now, we have teams from Korea, we have teams from Japan, we have teams from all over Canada, and yeah, it's going to be a great event this weekend. This is one of the premier World Curling Tour events for women. And yeah, excited to see lots of great curling this weekend. We'll be live streaming each and every game through to the final, which is on Monday in the afternoon. So stay tuned for lots of great curling. So opportunity here for Team Englot to figure out the draw weight early in this game. You always like having that opportunity early. And we have second rock thrower here for Team Galusha. We have Sarah Colton. Looks like this one is coming into the house pretty good. Should be a routine hit and stick.
Loud it was. Really? You don't normally come to this one? No, I never come here. Good thing.
Okay, so we have Ashley Williamson here for Team Englot. She's throwing 3 rocks, so she's throwing rocks 4, 5, and 6. And Ashley hits and rolls out on that one. Looks like she might have got caught in a little bit of a straighter path than what she thought.
Going in or short? In the house?
Sorry, Tyler, a little bit of technical difficulties there, but I'm back with you here. Hopefully everyone can hear me now.
Loud and clear.
Great. So now an opportunity for Galusha to find their draw weight here in the first end. It's always nice for a team when you do get a rollout by the other team and it gives you the chance to throw a draw, especially like you were saying on this ice as we're trying to figure out the curl.
Yeah, absolutely. We have third Margaret Fleming throwing that rock there. Have an inside out hidden stick here, right on the nose. How do you feel the ice conditions will be based on what you saw in practice? Do you think there might be any differences between outside in shots versus inside out shots, or?
You know, it's interesting, Tyler, because I'm just noticing both teams here are playing the outside in hits, as opposed to the inside out as opposed to the outside in, which I would say is probably the less likely or the less common way to play a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe there's something out there in the ice with the way it's curling.
What's the matter? I don't have my. Whose are those? These are mine, but they don't.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like they're taking, good broom. Like it looks like, that's broom for about 3, 4 feet of curl for a control weight hit is what they're taking. So. So for Team Englot, this is their second event of the season. They played in the Great Western Brewing Bonspiel in Saskatoon a few weekends ago, and they came 5th place. And then they also played in the Mother Club Fall Curling Classic, and they did not qualify in that one. But yeah, this is their third event of the season, and
Just a little light, I think, hey?
yeah, so they're not taking much ice out here. They are throwing 9.5 seconds. We have 4th rock thrower Joanne Rizzo. Joanne actually won the Autumn Gold in 2012. And nice hidden stick there from Joanne. that always builds up the confidence early in the game when you hit and stick on those open shots. It's not as easy as what it looks like, but you know, always very important to do so because you don't want to give the other team an open draw, and it just builds your confidence early on in the game. So very important there. And those are not simple shots, especially when you're out in parts of the ice that haven't been used as much. You know, you'd like to keep the weight up a little bit. I see that they are throwing 9.5 seconds. So good to keep the weight up because it can be slightly unpredictable in those new spots early in the game. Fourth rock thrower, Stephanie Schmidt, rolling out on that hit and stick attempt.
Yeah, so again, an opportunity here for Team Galusha to throw a draw, find their draw weight, and I have a feeling oh, never mind, this is last rock, Tyler. Blank end here.
Yep, blank end. It seems like there's a lot of good camaraderie between these teams too. I see Carrie Galusha and Michelle Englot chatting quite a bit here in this first end, so seems like they know each other quite well and have played against each other a lot. All right, looks like we have Team Englot throwing it into the rings here. Looks like it's going to slip a little bit too far. Just back 8, back 4, back 8 there.
We'll see Team Galusha here. They're throwing up a corner guard, so second end here, they have the hammer. It looks like they're going to want to try to generate some scoring this end. Maybe get some rocks in play as opposed to that open first end.
Curl a bit. That's a bit better. Yep. Just curl it all the way if you can. Over a little more. Really good. Nice shot.
Great corner guard there.
16-2.
16-2, so the ice is running quite fast. In practice, we were getting 15 seconds to T-line with a light clean. We are getting everything kind of sorted out. This is the first draw of the weekend, so there might be a little bit of lag in the cameras and in the audio quality, but we are getting that sorted out as we speak. So
some technical difficulties, but we got a great team behind us working on it here, Tyler.
Yep.
Trying to figure this out for us.
Yeah, we have many fantastic volunteers here.
a big difference. That was a big difference in the flight plan.
Yeah, it looks like we have a few more rocks in play this end. We have 4 rocks in play right now. Looks like a hit and roll attempt here from Michelle Englot. This would be a great opportunity to put some pressure on Team Galusha here if this was made well. Oh, and that one over curling and crashing on the guard. That guard will go back with the 5 rock rule.
And of course, Tyler, as we mentioned, Team Englot here only playing with 3 players, so it's a whole different ball game with the sweeping when you only have 1 player versus 2.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it's difficult for the thrower as well to call line when you just have 1 sweeper, because oftentimes the sweeper is right in the line of sight between the thrower and where the rock is. So it would only be the skip in the house that would have a good angle to call line.
Yeah, it definitely brings a new form of communication to a team.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Sarah Colton here being called to throw a tight corner guard on this yellow rock.
No, it's not there.
And I think, yeah, that one just over curled a little bit on them there. That will leave a fairly simple double peel for Team Englot. They would have liked that a little bit deeper and a little bit closer to the center line side of the sheet as you're looking at it right now.
Yep.
It does look like they are chasing it in the house though here.
Whoa! Whoa, Steph! Whoa! 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 Okay.
Sounds like it might be a little bit hard for them to hear each other out there, Tyler. I was hearing a whoa call the whole way down, and then, it seemed like Stephanie Schmidt wasn't able to hear that call. She apologized there at the end there. Wonder if it's a bit loud out there.
Absolutely, it'll be loud out there with 8 teams out there. Teams are going to have to look up. This is going to be a challenge, especially with a team with 3, because it's going to have to be, completely auditory in terms of the communication. Whereas if you have 2 sweepers, the sweeper that is outside, so closest to the skip, is able to look up and communicate with the sweeper that's closest to the rock what's going on. So might be a little bit of a challenge for Team Englot there, having to navigate that dynamic.
Nose hit there from Team Galusha, and I think we're going to see Team Englot probably try a little hit and roll on this one. Not taking a whole ton of ice on this hit.
No. They're really sweeping this one. Oh, unfortunate miss there, taking out their own rock in the back 8-foot. It looked like they were, I just heard a comment there, said a little soft. I thought that as well. That looked like a soft release there, and that's why it overcurled and took out their rock.
Be interesting to see, Tyler, you play in this club. I know this is your home club. Is the ice sometimes kind of not forgiving? Does it reward good throws, but sometimes penalize those soft releases or those positive throws?
Yeah, it can, absolutely. Yeah, they make great ice here for large bond spiels and that kind of thing, and that can absolutely be the case. I know I've played here in the original 16 World Curling Tour event, and that usually is the case. Is it rewards people that throw it, properly with a nice, positive release to the broom, it is not forgiving for soft releases like the one that we just saw there.
Good sweep. I was optimistic getting it there.
Big bundle of guards on that out-turn side there, Tyler, but the play is sticking on the in-turn side of the sheet here on that right side as we're seeing it.
Yeah, great opportunity here for Team Englot to make a nice hit and roll. Can get it, want to get it behind the center guard ideally, but you can get it lost behind there. And that one just, I think that was a little bit more of a positive, definitely a more positive release than the last row that was came from that team. And that one hitting on the wide side of the rock and rolling out of the rings. Team Englot still has or Team Galusha still has a pretty good opportunity here to get a 2 if they can get a good draw behind cover.
No shortage of cover to get behind,
No.
that's for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Still think you can go a little bit. Not bad.
And they are knifing this one. Try and get it to curl in there late. So it's really interesting too, Logan. Have you, what research and what do you know about the knifing technique thus far? I know last year was kind of the first season that we started to see teams doing that. What do you know about that technique and the effectiveness of it?
You know, Tyler, I think right now we don't know, which is the craziest part. We have a lot of theories and a lot of thoughts, but I think we're all still waiting for the official word and for the sweeping study to finish up next year, so we can really kind of know what we are accomplishing by trying to make that rock curl. But I think a lot of the teams are in the same mindset of it doesn't seem to be hurting, so we may as well keep trying it.
Yeah, I know certain ice conditions, they've actually, you know, people have theorized that they've been able to actually slow down the rock. And that can only happen on certain ice conditions. But yeah, there are sweeping techniques where people have actually been able to slow down the rock. So it's very interesting. You know, we can almost do anything with the rock now in certain conditions. We can make it curl, make it stay straight. You can make it slow down now too, which I think would baffle a lot of people, especially curlers, you know, in the 80s and 90s, if they heard that you could slow down a rock.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how much our game's changing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Big scrub here by Englot and Team Englot, and they just wreck on that guard and promote their own in, opening up that yellow in the top 4 foot.
What do you like? Okay.
Yeah, so for Team Galusha here, the key is to get it behind those corner guards, and you want to have top 4 depth or more. You don't want to go deeper than that because that will leave a double opportunity for Team Englot. So very key shot here to set up a 2-ender here from skip Joanne Rizzo.
Same button. Just need to give you a bit more than that. Lots of for last one. Round. One. We gotta go even. Okay, just here, just fully. Gotta stop. Okay, good.
That's a pretty good spot, I think.
I like a 10, I think. And you never said anything.
There is a double there, but it's very difficult. I don't think that Team Englot's going to play that. I think that they're just trying the hit and roll to get behind that yellow rock. If they could get fully buried behind that yellow rock, then that would be perfect. I think that the key here would be to be directly behind the yellow rock in the top 8 foot. You do not want to roll a little bit too far because it will leave an angle for skip Joanne Rizzo to get a 2-ender. So don't want to roll too far. You just want to be directly behind, or even, you know, maybe just showing about a half to a quarter would be good as well.
Didn't want to give a double. He's not going to get over here.
Trying to get this one to curl here, Tyler. Looks like it's hanging out there a little bit.
Okay, stop.
And it looks like it's going to roll too far, so it looks like Joanne Rizzo is going to have a draw to full 8 foot for her 2 in the second end here.
This is draw the button.
Yeah, great opportunity to get on the board here in the second end.
It's really
We'll try to get a time on this one as well, Tyler. See how fast the ice is here on draw weight.
Yeah, always great to score in the second end too. Hammer is not as important in the even ends early in the game, but it's still, you know, still better to score in, you know, I would argue still better to score in 2 points in the second end than 2 points in the first end. So
line's good. Okay, running right now. Running. Okay, there it goes.
ooh, this one's got to slow down.
Oh, it's hard to tell, but I think it might have slid just a little too far, Tyler.
I think so.
I'll have to wait and see. Hard to tell from where we are.
Red.
Yeah. Hear somebody say red. Don't think it's been confirmed yet.
I think it's yellow.
So it looks like 1 yellow for sure. We're going to measure for the second point here.
Yeah.
You heard Carrie Galusha there say, I think it's yellow, and Michelle say, I think it's red. So you know what that means. It's time for a measure. So while this measure is happening on our feature sheet here, we are going to just briefly stop the stream to try to figure out these technical difficulties on the cameras. But we'll be sure to be back at the start of the next end to bring you the continuing coverage here in Calgary.